Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Jay, and once again in this video we're going to be talking about a topic that's not necessarily talked about too much. And I also did an older video on this right when I was getting reclassed, but however I'm going to go back and revisit this subject so I could talk about it a little bit more, especially since it's been a while since that happened, right? So let me go ahead and say this, guys. You're not a failure. You know, it's okay to fail at things. You know, it's okay to fail at things in the military. It's okay to fail at things in life. But one thing you gotta remember is you gotta remember and pretty much learn why you failed, you know, to make sure you correct it and you get it right the second time. First thing is first, what is reclassing, right? When you get reclassed in the Air Force, for whatever reason it may be, it could be a number of different reasons. For mine, I just failed out of tech school academically when it came to being a firefighter, right? So it just means the Air Force is chosen a different classification. Whatever job you originally came in to do, you will not be doing that job. You're gonna be doing another job from what the Air Force chooses for you. And that's just what reclassing is. Let me bring you guys way back, about maybe 3.5 years ago. When I first joined the Air Force, originally I was making this YouTube channel just on being a firefighter inside of the Air Force. Now, however, that did not work out with me because I didn't make it through the tech school for fire protection, academic reasons, right? So what happened to me at that point, once I failed my final test, I had to go talk to my MTO. MTO is a military training leader, so this isn't like basic training where you have instructor, your MTI, you'd have an MTO. Pretty much, I talked to him and he told me pretty much, hey, this is what it is. You have a choice to either reclass or you have a choice to get out the Air Force, right? Now, I don't know if this changed or not, if you still have a choice, but at least when I was going back there, you had a choice. So I said, yeah, I would like to reclass, and they pretty much sent in the application. And this application is pretty much to see if I was cool enough to pretty much get reclassed. Now the thing is, you just had to have, you know, pretty much no paperwork. There was some people that had paperwork like way back then and they didn't even get the option pretty much to reclass. So guys, when you first come in, as long as you're being a good troop overall, then you shouldn't have no reason to worry about being kicked out if you can't pass your school. It did take a while, but then eventually I had to go to personnel, right? And pretty much personnel is the people that's gonna talk to you pretty much like if you went in open general and basic training, right? So pretty much they're gonna give you a wish list and they're gonna look at your ASVAB score and pretty much see what you qualify for and what you can do, whatever job you can do inside the Air Force. And you fill out this wish list and see, you know, pretty much what jobs you want. When it came to me, I don't really remember too much of the jobs I put on my list, but it wasn't the job that I have now. But either way, I learned to love my job. So what I'm doing now, I originally came in as a firefighter. Now I'm doing maintenance management production scheduler, right? That just means I work in a maintenance career field. I'm not gonna get too much into my job. After about, I'd say maybe even 3 to 4 months of waiting for my job, I finally got notified, hey, for my MTO, hey, this is your job. Your maintenance management production schedule. I was like, okay, cool. I don't know what that is, but it has a short tech school, right? So after that, I had to wait for my class date to start, and it was in another part of Texas, so I had to drive a couple hours away. Pretty much, I went there, and then next thing you know, I started my next class and then it started my next journey. So a lot of misconceptions when it comes to this is people think that, one, you're gonna get security forces. Guys, that's not necessarily true. You could get, there's some people who got finance and they felt out like firefighting. So honestly, it doesn't really take into account. It just kind of depends on what the Air Force needs at the moment. So guys, that's just pretty much it. That's a little bit of my story, and I at least want to touch back on why I'm not doing firefighting, because I know originally I made this channel for that. But yeah, that's how the reclass process worked, at least back 3 years ago, back when I first did it. So just wanted to break that apart, and yeah, this was a pretty short video, but I just wanted to touch on the subject. Reclassing is not the end of the world, guys, and pretty much just keep your spirits high, heads up, and no matter what job you take, just do it to the best of your ability and find some way that you can love it,